Hello, welcome back to Table Rat. I hope it's been great. If it hasn't been great, unlucky. I hope it'll be great for you tomorrow or whenever. Do you know what I mean? Um, Unfortunately, this was supposed to be a midweek rant, but I've had so many comments come back to me about the TV license and the poster boy chillijoncarne. I get that. Like I said, this is the way it's going to be all the time. Um, I'm going to go through the comments. Some of them are pretty good. They believe what I believe in, and some of them childish. Some of them are like, I don't know. It could even be chillijoncarne himself pretending. Is it you, chillijoncarne, or not? Do you know what I mean? I've got someone there trying to say I haven't challenged you. I've challenged you plenty of times. I've got two comments from a guy called John Glee, 1968. Why are you not showing your face, you coward? Debate the issue with Chilli on YouTube. Don't be a pathetic coward. Mate, I'm giving advice to people who haven't got a TV license not to open the door to them. I'm not showing my mug, but hey, chillijoncarne's been on here for years. He must be a magician. Why hasn't the BBC shut him down with what he's telling people to do? You know what I mean? But hey, John, you can stick up for chillijoncarne all you want, but I'm not a coward, mate. I've called chillijoncarne out plenty of times. If you go to the very, very first video of the 14th of the August, you shall see I go through the website, I rip down the price of what the fee is, and then I phone them up and I challenge the fee to a 14% fee. Because no matter what, we're connected to live TV. It doesn't matter. We're connected to live TV through YouTube, through the other TV broadcasting network. So it's a 14% fee regardless, unless you've got a good solicitor and the judge is leaning and you're in court to prove it. Otherwise, to be on the safe side, it's a 14% fee. But nope, it was a 100% fee. And then I challenged chillijoncarne after, but he hasn't got in contact with me. So the only one who's hiding, mate, the only one who's a coward is chillijoncarne. So, shh, John. And I'll come back to your other comment in a bit because it's mixed up in all the other comments. Do me a favour. Anyway, welcome to anybody who's new. I'm giving you the real advice on what to do if you haven't got a TV license and you get them coming knocking on your door. Yeah, you don't open the door to them. Okay, why do you think they're knocking on your door? Yeah, do you think they're just knocking on your door to be standing outside and just looking around? No, they want you to open the door. They have to get you to open the door for the case to progress against you. But okay, we'll carry on with the next one. Step back and think. Anyone who thinks an act is not a law deserves to be repossessed. Mate, the problem with Mick, unfortunately, the video, what it's about Mick, he had it in his head. It's the same sort of advice what chillijoncarne's dishing out about. He doesn't watch live TV. He's not connected to the BBC. And he's only got monitors. The bloke knocks his door. Yeah, fair enough. And he says, oh, I'm from a TV license, your name, blah, blah. And he says, oh, I've only got computer monitors. And he says, oh, can I come in and have a look? And he goes, no, you're not coming in. And he goes, fair enough. He walks off. It's about 30 seconds. He shuts the door. You can say anything you want to him. They're on their own. There's no police. There's no warrant. You could tell him you're God for you, you know. You can swear at him. You can tell him to what off your premises. There's nothing they can do about it. It's until they get that warrant. But he's opened the door to him. Second time, 4.5 minutes, another bloke turns up, another informer, warns him saying, oh, my work colleagues has put a request in for your home to have a warrant. If you don't let me in now, there's going to be a warrant on your property later on. And he says, you're not coming in there, I've only got TV monitors. He's getting argumentative because who wouldn't be? When you're being threatened, there's going to be a search warrant coming at your home. So he goes off because he's saying, you're not coming in there, get out, go away. And then the third video, they turn up with the police. Mick stands his ground and says, oh, you haven't got any evidence. I'm watching TV or BBC or live TV or nothing. Nobody's come behind it. Nobody's come in from this front door. Their excuse is, oh, no, we've seen a TV playing in your living room. So there's no mention of monitors or nothing. Yeah, this is what they've done. But the reason why they've done it is because he's opened the door to them and he's engaged with them. When you open the door to them, yeah, it goes from a non-response to an engagement. When you refuse, it goes to a non-refusal, not a refusal engagement. So then that gives them evidence to go and seek a warrant. It will happen, but what they do is they've got to wait for the police, haven't they? So they've got to wait for the police to have spare time to then go with the inspector to come over then to inspect the home. Okay? Does that make sense? Or you're still going to go by chillijoncarne's advice, open the door to them, say no thanks and close the door? I mean, anyway, some of you lot on here are very, very bizarre. You're very loyal though, but your subscribers should come to me now, chillijoncarne, and be loyal to me. I think I should take your subscribers, to be honest with you. They should be with me, and I should give them the advice, not you. But anyway, see what? I'm getting a bit faster and quicker on this now because I'm starting to get a bit more used to it. And don't forget, I've got a hat on, I've got a mask on, and the face is never going to be shown on Telegram, let me tell you. And once again, welcome newcomers who are watching my videos. I hope you enjoy them. And also, the ones who keep watching my videos, thank you very much. Right, Robert Watson, shut the door and don't talk to these arsehole, a-holes. Very good, Robert. Perfect, perfect, perfect. But not shut the door on them. Don't even open the door to them and don't talk to them. I'll give you 50% of it. Don't talk to them. Yeah, so don't open the door to them. Yeah, do not open the door to them. Like I said before, why do you think they're standing outside knocking your door? You know, it's like, let me in. Well, no, open the door. Open the door, you know you want to. The big bad monster's outside now. He wants to come in, or he wants to get a warrant, and I need you to open the door for it all to start. Yeah? Hey. I'm natural. There's going to be no clipping, no flipping. I'm not into any of that stuff. I like it natural. That's the way it should be. Peter Copeland would never trust a constable, Peter. I see where you're coming from with your way of saying it, but it is constable. And don't forget, they are doing a job and they've been sent for a warrant. You know, people keep saying it's a civil matter. It's not a civil matter. Okay, I'll go through with you in a minute. It isn't a civil matter. Yeah, if it was a civil matter, I think everybody wouldn't be paying for a TV license right now, would they? So it's not a civil matter. Please stop thinking it's a civil matter. It isn't. Anyway, next one. Ministry of Truth. I won't give my details. This is a good one. This one, I like this one of Ministry of Truth. I won't give my details to them unless they answer some security questions. First one, his, her full name. 2, their full address. 3, their date of birth. 4, telephone number. 5, email address. 6, come on, I like my women too, Ministry of Truth, but, oh no, 6, bank account details and PIN number. That's a good one. 7, come on, mate. I do like my women as well. I'll give it to you. Wife bra size. If female, her bra size. You know what, Ministry of Truth? I have thought about doing like a video once a week of who I think is the hottest girl of the week, because I do like my women as well. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. We could do an LGBT one for the men. Do you know what I mean? Because at the moment, I think the hottest man out there at the moment is Kush from Alien Earth. Didn't he play the role so very good? Oh, mate, I tell you what, it made me feel like I was back in the original Alien movie with Kush. Anthony, what's his name? Timothy. For real, I don't know his surname, Timothy, but he was brilliant, mate. His white hair, his walk, his posure, his dissecting, he just really looked like a synthetic. I tell you what, Alien Earth, yeah, you should do standalone Alien movies with that guy. He goes off somewhere else because I tell you what, superb, brilliant. If you kill him off, the show's gone, mate. Tell you. Dino, 1994. Dina, I was locked up in a cell for having no TV license because in 2007-ish, they got a warrant and I was fined in court. The issue was I didn't even watch TV. So that sounds like a really bad experience to actually be locked up. What did you do? Attack a TV license inspector? Because I know someone who did that. Trust me, he got locked up for doing it. He lost his studio flat over for doing it as well. But he went for it with the TV licence informer. I call them informers, they're inspectors, or whatever you want to call them. I call them informers, they're there to inform. But yeah, he got banged up, but he did attack him. Did you attack him? Get in contact with me if you want. Give me a shout with an email if you want to, and then I'll do a video, a podcast, whatever you want. I'll do a YouTube video on it. Do you know what I mean? And we can go from there with it. Because I would like to know what really happened there. That's intense, being locked up as well. Dave Gordon, you're an idiot. What do you mean you're? Do you mean you are or you are? You are or you are? You're an idiot. You mean you're who? My you're? You you're? Who's your? Mate, before you come at me, yeah, learn to speak English. Learn to write English a bit better, yeah? I've been on your webpage, mate. You look like a stalker, mate, filming random people, taking photos of random people. It wouldn't put it past me. You're actually a TV licensed informer, mate, trying to take photos inside people's properties, following people around because you're waiting to get a warrant on them or something. Check him out, everybody, at Dave Gordon 2187, mate. He looks like a proper TV licensed informer. Trust. Anyway, Alexander, how are you supposed to know who's at your door if you don't open the door? Well, Alexander, it's come to a day and age now where they're finding it very hard to get people to open their doors, either with doorbell cameras. Don't speak to them. Do not engage with them on your doorbell camera microphone. And once again, don't open the door to him. And like I said, Alexander, in the past, you know when your friends are coming over, don't you? You know when your family's coming over, yeah, through text message or phone call. And if you've got deliveries online, you know when your deliveries are coming. You can even write now to your delivery people and instruct them to say, oh, can you please phone me to let me know you're outside because there's something wrong with the front entrance, so I know it's you. Thank you. That's how advanced it is now. And like I said, this chillijoncarne, mate, is TV YouTube channel, mate, is a proper poster boy to get you to open the door to him. Do you know, he thinks he's good. I've had other people look at it, mate, who's in their late 60s, early 70s, and they've laughed at him. Do you know what I mean? They've laughed at him, good and proper. You know. Chris Whitehead 9850. But you didn't follow his advice. You kept chatting and came out with some sovereign citizen beer in the middle. You could have just closed the door and said no thanks, but see, previous. Well, no, it's not me, but Mick did. Mick responded to him. All he said is he had monitors, and that was it. It's not enough evidence, yeah, and he shut the door on them. And then he must have been doing it in the past, filming them, and then he came out again, or the other guy came out and warned him, said, we're going to get a warrant against you because you won't let us in to check to see if you're receiving TV channels. And he kicked off saying, I don't need to, I've got computer monitors and that's it, leave me alone. And he shut the door on them, thinking that was going to be it. And then, like I said before, they lied when they turned up. They said, oh, because we've seen a TV in your living room. Nothing to do with monitors. Nothing to do with monitors at all. And when they got into the property, they saw he had internet plugged into a computer, and he wouldn't turn the computer on. He says, I don't need to. I don't watch live TV. I don't watch the BBC. You're here to inspect the TV. There's nothing on the TV. And he said, wrong. You're connected to the internet with a device that can access live TV, that can access the BBC whenever you want. So it's down to you to go to court and prove your innocence. Where's chillijoncarne's advice on all this? Yeah? Sorry. Do you know what I mean? I'm not being cruel. I'm not being evil, mate. I'm not being, I'm just being righteous about it, or I'm being the correct person to come to if you've got a TV license problem. Peter King 8586. Just ask to see the warrant. Me, don't open the door from the start. There you go. Don't open the door from the start. Like I've said, if you don't open the door to them, they're just stood out there as a non-response. They can't do nothing. They can't prove if you're in. They can't prove if you're out. They don't know where you are. They can't prove anything. This is what I mean. They need you to open the door. They have to get you to open the door. And then they engage with you. And then when you say, no, thank you, I'm not interested, that's it. It comes down to a refusal engagement. It's not rocket science. Come on. why on earth, right, a lot of you, well, not a lot of you, but a few of you are arguing me over chillijoncarne's advice. You'll open the door to him, because that's what his main scripted speech is, to get you to open the door to him and say, yeah, I'm not interested once they've told you their TV license, and then shut the door on them. Even on a camera microphone, he wants you to say to him, yeah, I'm not interested. Why would you do it? Why would you want that doubt in your mind? Why would you want that paranoia fear in your mind once you've opened the door and responded to him? Because it's going to play on your mind, isn't it? It's going to repeat on your mind. Oh, no. I've just opened the door to him. Even if you get away without a warrant, which you probably won't, they'll probably come knocking again to warn you, or they'll send a nasty letter out saying, oh, you refused one of our work colleagues, now we're getting a warrant to investigate your property. You know, you don't want that in your mind, do you? If you don't open the door to him, you're playing your same old A game, our game, and you're gold. They don't know nothing. They can't get you to open the door. It's called a no response. So they go around in circles with their computer generated letters and probably twice or three times a year just tip tapping on your door and then toddling off because they got nothing because you never opened the door to them. Crazy caveman. The police have no authority to allow the TV license, and even if the TV license have a warrant, the whole thing is a civil matter and not a criminal. The police cannot get involved and order you to enter the house. I would like to say, Crazy Caveman, it was a civil matter. If it was a civil matter, like I've just said, nobody would be paying for a TV license. It isn't. Okay, Boris Johnson, back in 2019, before he got into power, he was bragging he was going to turn the TV license into, he was going to decriminalise the TV license, meaning it was going to go to a civil matter. When he was in power and it came to 2020, he U-turned on it, so it's still a criminal matter, I'm afraid to say. And Matthew Jenkins, mate, 1161, just go around in circles with you, mate. I wrote to you loads of times. I'm just getting fed up with you, to be honest with you. I've muted you because you don't make any sense. I went on your YouTube video, and fair enough, I thought you were a nice guy at first. I watched you feeding foxes, bless them. 2 foxes were too scared to come forward, but the first fox you were feeding. And then I watched a short video because the other two, I thought, why is the other 2 foxes scared? Surely just come up with their friend or their brother or sister and just take it off your hand. But nah, you, mate, I watched a short video on you. You fed the fox and then you thought it was funny to set the dog on them and then they run off again. That's why they're scared of you, mate. Trust me, there's something wrong with you, mate. You're a proper wrong one. But anyway, good luck, Matthew Jenkins, with your faults. I think you need to seek help. Trust me, mate. Unless you're another TV licensed informer, which you might be, I'm rattling your cage, innit? End of the day. And there's nothing you can do about it because I've got a TV license. So Emma, I won't go through your number thing because that's insane. It's like at 181506990. You know, that's insane. Say nothing, sign nothing, don't give your name, despite the ball from the police. It is outside their remit to verify anything. Shouldn't have opened the door. There you go. Shouldn't have opened the door. See, there are some genuine people on there who know the script, know the golden rule. You don't open the door to them. You never open the door to them. Never. Never. AROG3833. Listen to this clown, mate. Says the child with 12 subscribers. Ha, ha, ha. Mate, ha, ha, ha. I've got 15 subscribers now. And from the 14th of August, when my main video went up today, I'm over 9,500, it's probably more now. I'm over 9,500, or if not 9,500 views. I've had over 100 hours of people watching me. So, ha, ha, ha. Oh, yeah, one more thing, Rob, before I go. I went onto your page. Where is it, mate? It's nothing, is it? It's blank. Like you, blank. Right, John Glee, 1968. I'm on your side, but if you don't engage with them, then they become suspicious, right? No, they don't. It's called a non-response. They're suspicious anyway. But like I said before, they come at your door, they're knocking on your door. Why are they knocking on your door? Why can't they just do it for a letter to say, oh, you're going to get a warrant, you're going to get a warrant, you're going to get a warrant, you're not responding to the letters? Why do you think they're knocking on the door? They need the evidence that you're there, mate. Hand off. Lonely Copy commented, he partly right mind, never opened the door to them. There you go, get another one. Never open the door to them. Fair play, Lonely Copy. Fair play, Lonely Copy. Spot on. Ian Q43, whatever. Oh, I can't be bothered to do all that. Police barking cooperations on a civil matter against the public, earning hate every day. Well, it's not. Once again, it's not a civil matter. It hasn't been decriminalised yet. It's still a criminal. It's still a criminal matter. It hasn't been decriminalised. It isn't civil yet. Hopefully reform will get in and they'll change all that. They'll stop all that. Hopefully they'll just cancel it. As to say, you either have adverts on it, BBC, or you pay for a subscription. If everybody wants it, they'll pay for it. If they don't, they don't. I'm gonna tell some of you lot on here that there's another way to watch the BBC, because maybe you thought about cancelling your TV license. I'm not going to do it because I like my EastEnders. There's a lot of mothers out there who like EastEnders. There's loads of people like EastEnders, but they don't do it because maybe that's the only thing they watch, but they don't want to cancel it. See, this is another thing. Chillijoncarne won't give you this advice. If you go to a website called Daily Motion, after it's been broadcasted on the BBC in the evening, not in the 6 o'clock morning, but in the evening, like an hour or 2 hours after, it gets uploaded to this web. It's like a YouTube website, but it's called Daily Motion, and it's free. There's adverts. Believe it or not, there's adverts in it. Little bits of adverts. There you go. If you want to cancel your TV license, you go right ahead now, but don't open the door to them. Rob, thank you for your Rob. Cheers for your subscribe, mate. Thank you very much. Very honoured that you subscribe to me. Thank you. And like I said, I'll keep doing videos. I'll even do TV license videos if this is what people like. But I like to mix things up. I like to do other things. You know what I mean? I'm in the process of doing a story later on about being around the real Spanish mafia, who's a long cousin of mine. What happened when I was a lot younger. And yeah, it's a story not to forget about. But now I've got all this, I can do it, but I can strip it down in bits, not give names in bits, because at the end of the day, you know how it is. You don't give names, you never give names. Anyhow, it says, yeah, thank you for your subscribe. And to me, disrespect, and to me, no disrespect. Yeah, like Chillijoncarne's advice is wrong, mate. He says he's helped you out in the past. That's good, but if you get any letters, computer generated letters, just rip them off and chuck them in the bin. They're just junk mail. Yeah, and if they knock your door, don't open the door. If you've got a doorbell camera, look to see who it is. And if you don't know who they are, don't respond to them and say hello. Who are you? Just put your phone back down. That's it. Carry on about your day. Okay, nice one. Brian O'Donnell. The policewoman needs to be taken to court. She had no right to stop Mick shot on his door. Well, they've got a warrant. They've got a warrant. They're there to get into the property. You see, I work for the council. I'll show you what I saw, what I witnessed working for the council with them, because I worked for the council for a couple of years. I was on the estates, and people haven't got much money, or multicultural people don't pay it. They don't think they need to pay it. And I remember clearly, 2 police officers, a male and a female, and there was 2 TV inspectors, and they were hovering around the flats trying to make it look like there was an investigation going on around the blocks of flats. And then what they did was, the 2 police officers got in front of his door, the TV inspectors hid behind them. There was no crowbars, there was no sledgehammers or nothing like to kick the door in. And then the bloke opened the door because he's seeing the police, so. And then they came out and they shuffled it and says, we've contacted you a few times, you've ignored us at the front door, you just closed the door on us, now we've got a warrant to search your property. And they're doing it as they're walking in, and the door was shut behind. But there was no, police didn't have anything to boot the door with. So if you get into that situation and they have got a warrant, and you've only been watching, say, I don't know, catch-up TV, that's what I was looking for, and you haven't been watching live TV, and you haven't been watching the BBC, when they give you your call, because they're going to do it, they'll say your internet is connected to a device that has access to all these things whenever you want. Okay, so when you go to ITV in the corner, it'll say live TV. If you go to any of the others, it'll say live TV, won't it? Or even YouTube, it'll have live coverage of newses or whatever. They don't care. They just see it as it's your responsibility to prove you're innocent in court. There's your letter. So if I was you and you get into that situation, go and get a solicitor or a barrister and then get them to contact your broadband provider and get all your history. You can do it yourself with your broadband provider, but when you chuck it in front of a judge and you're in court, the judge might be lenient and go, okay. Or 9 times out of 10, they look at you and go, I'm not your solicitor. I'm not doing this for you. Where's your solicitor? Where's your barrister to represent you? Because I've never been to court, I wouldn't know. Not over a TV license, but let's just say, you know what I mean? Lord Knight Tuck, bless this little cut and wool sock. Sorry this happened to you. It didn't happen to me, my lord, because you had a conversation with them previously. They twisted your words to get a warrant. When they entered your home, just showed them no aerial lead to be able to get live TV, then shut up. As the video shows, they're going to twist your words again. Good luck. Yeah, well done, my lord. They did do that. They did twist him, because a lot of people have got in contact with me arguing with me that, oh, because he said monitors. But when they turned up, they said, oh, because we've seen a TV in your window. Yeah? And then the police are there going, we've got a warrant, we're coming in regardless. So, there's nothing he can do. But when they got in, regardless or not, they saw he wasn't connected to a TV, but they saw the internet connected to a computer, and that's all they need. They just need an internet connected to a device, and that's it. They got you, even your mobile phone. There's that chillijoncarne. He's saying, what you can do is you get a mobile phone. He's got a Samsung mobile phone with a camera on, yeah? And he's telling you, yeah, when they come to your door, you just say, no thanks, mate, I'm not interested, but I'm recording you because you shouldn't be at my front end, you shouldn't be at my front door. Yeah, but what he's got in his hand is straight away evidence. If you want to believe they need evidence, they don't. Yeah, why do you think they knock their? Why do you think they're there to knock your door? They need the evidence that you're there. They need the evidence that you're living there or you're there. That's the evidence they need. That's it. And they can get a warrant going. Okay. When you say no thanks, I'm not interested because you opened the door to them, it's refusal. You're refusing them access to investigate to see if you need a TV license or not. So that's it. This opening the door business is insane. It's crazy. Anyhow. This is nothing to do with TV license. I'm shouting out other comments. Terry Stone, mate, nice one for your comment. Thank you very much. I'm very appreciated. You gave me a reply back, mate. And you, Ian Parker, thank you for your subscribe, by the way. And also thank you for the other, I think it was one more, yeah, because I've got 15. Someone else or 2 subscribed. I don't know who they are, but Ian, I know, subscribed, and I know 2. I don't know the other one. But Ian, mate, yeah, thank you for your subscribe, and yeah, thank you, mate, for saying I was spot on. Because I do think, don't get worried, everyone. I do personally think we could be going to World War III. If you look at everything, they've locked us down in COVID to get us to get angry for a couple of years. Then we came out. They put the energy bills up. That's another incentive to get us angry. Then they've been letting in loads of undocumented strangers into the country, being put in hotels, nice hotels, and also to be allowed to roam freely in our society. That's another way of getting us angry, yeah? And also, there's another, now they're trying to force digital, no, before I go there, now you've got to go online and give your ID out if you want to, go on an adult site, or even on your social media if you've been following like hot semi-naked ladies or whatever, and now they're telling you need ID just to view that picture. I mean, do me a favour. Yeah, it's ways of getting you angry. Now he's trying to shove down our throats digital ID cards. What do you need them for? Apparently he said because it's going to cramp down on the immigration. It isn't. France has already got digital ID cards, so why isn't all these strangers in France who are trying to get over to our country, why haven't they got digital IDs already in France so we can track, we know exactly who they are? Exactly, it's all lies. It's just to get us angry. And I seriously do think, Ian, that Farage, Nigel, bless him, he's the new Churchill poster boy to try and groom us into going to war with Russia, because the way things are going, mate, you got to look at Putin. He's an old bloke, isn't he? He's old. His life's been and gone now. He's an old bloke, so he could be that negative thought. I hope he isn't. I don't know why he wants Ukraine. I really don't get it, but old people, when they get to a certain age, they get really negative, don't they? Because they know their life's going from them. You know what I mean? I hope it isn't that. You know, I hope we don't go to World War III, but it just feels like it. I used to do a lot of history and read a lot of history on World War II, and the elements just feel like they're so there. I tell you, but anyway, Ian, let's hope it doesn't, and everybody else who's watching, have a little prayer, have a little plea, and let's say it doesn't happen. We don't want World War III, do we? Come on now. That's it. I'm going to play you a video of this guy. Apparently, he's another TV license bloke who gives advice. His name's Inspector Form BBC, and his title is Reform BBC. Mate, this guy's a nut job. Yeah, seriously. If you listen to this guy, you're going to end up in court. And he does the same thing at the end as what chillijoncarne says. Oh, open your door, say no thanks, and close the door to him, mate. I bet you he's another one who works for him, just trying to get you to open the doors. But he tries to blame it on chillijoncarne as well. He goes, oh, chillijoncarne's advice. I haven't put that bit in there. You can watch the whole video. It's his latest video. But I've just clipped a bit about a bloke and a certain age. Here's the video. It's just a quick clip.
I felt quite rewarded that I'd helped somebody who was just, you know, getting into his 80s, early 80s, and he was getting to sort of, how can I put it, early signs of probably what my mum and dad are going through, which is dementia, forgetting things and stuff like that, which is that you do at that age, you know. So, and of course it was just anxiety, and everybody gets that, you know. I said, you're not on your own. And the one good thing about this channel, this is Reform the BBC, it's there for you to sort of understand that I'm doing this to everybody to understand. It happens to me, whatever happens to me, hopefully I don't get fined or go to court, anything like that, because I'm not breaking any law. But of course, the way they word the letters, it can be quite intimidating and harassment, which is other people who do this kind of work that I do. It's all there for you in black and white, and of course they've not come to my premises this week. I've just got over some treatment for cancer, of course, and I'm feeling a bit rough this week. Actually, I don't know why, but maybe it's just the way it is. But you know, whatever. But I'm on the mend now. But basically, I felt a lot better after I visited him and reassured him, and you feel like you're doing some good, you know, in life, you know. Although there's no financial reward to it, I don't really want to go into that, because obviously on YouTube you only get enough for a packet of crisps or something, unless you're, you know, a big channel. But anyway, folks, I just thought I'd update you with what's going on, and it's a really nice sunny summer day, getting a bit of autumn sunset, and on the back, I feel my back quite burning, it's quite warm, which is strange, you know, for this time of year. Coming last week in October, you can, this September, you can get some nice months in September, some autumn days, and enjoy the sunshine before the dark nights come. So I'm looking forward to that. And anyway, folks, I want to end it there. I don't want to go on too long, but thanks again for all the new people who subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Leave your comments down below if it's helping you, because all you've got to remember, if you're not watching, you're not paying. The basic thing is, if they come to your door, knock on your door, you just say, no thank you, I don't require a license this household, thank you very much, shut your door, and that's it. Don't sign anything, don't agree to anything, just say no thank you, goodbye, and shut your door. That's all you need to do. They want to go out and get a search warrant to come into your premises, let them do that. You know, if they come back, you can get the police yourself as your guidance as well, because the police don't really want to get involved in it, because it's a civil matter. But the point is, you know, you can demand the police there yourself to protect you. Don't let them intimidate you. Anyway,
did you enjoy that video? Because I tell you what, it was very, very odd, don't you think? I mean, how old is that man? How old is the man he's talking about? I mean, if you know, you know, don't you? At the end of the day, if he's 81 or 80 years old, he's entitled to 5 years repayment from TV license, because when you get to 75, you don't need a TV license. I mean, mate, why are you trying to tell him, oh, you've cancelled a TV license for him and that's that? No, it isn't. At 75, you don't need a TV license, yeah? So if he's 80 or 81, what you're banging on about, mate, yeah? He doesn't need a TV license, yeah? He should be getting back payments from the TV licensee for TV license he's paid for the past 5 or 6 years. Mate, you're insane. This Inspector from BBC. He thinks he's Inspector Clouseau, mate. The Peter Sellers TV series, lot. And we all know the BBC used to love the Peter Sellers Pink Panthers, don't we, mate? Do you know what I mean? But you know, the devil's in the details, mate. Inspector from BBC. He's trying to make it look like he's against them, mate. I guarantee the guy's a TV licensing informer himself. Guaranteed, mate. Do you know what I mean? Please, Inspector from BBC. Stop doing what you're doing, because you're giving out the wrong advice. Stop telling us to open the door to them, yeah? Because it's getting on my nerves. And every time, because you on the other hand, John Glee, mate, you know, you called me a coward, yeah? So here we are. I'm not being called a coward, chillijoncarne. You're the coward, mate. You're the one who's muted my messages, yeah? You're the one who won't show my video, the 14th of August video, where I actually pick up the phone and challenge the TV licensing. Anybody can do it. Anyone can do it, yeah? One guy says I was very brave for doing it. No, you go on the website, you break down the TV license fee of what it is, and 86% of it is for the BBC. So you phone them up, and it'll be a recorded thing saying, oh, can you give your name, or can you give your TV license number or your postcode? You don't answer it. You just keep saying no. And then they put you through, and then they'll say who they are on the phone when you get through, and then you just say quickly, oh, I'm inquiring about the TV license. And then that's it. They just say, yeah, okay. They can't say no to you, and they can't argue with you because you're inquiring what they're actually advertising on their website. So anybody can do it. Anyone. So that's it, yeah? I hope you like this one. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm getting all these views. I'm up to like 9,500 views now. It's insane. But I'm not getting the subscribers. I don't know why I'm not getting the subscribers. The advice I'm giving you is the correct advice. You don't open the door to them. You do not open the door to them. And that's what if chillijoncarne cared, he would just say directly like I'm saying, don't open the door to them, don't open the door to them. If you accidentally happen to open the door to them and you don't know who they are, just shut the door straight away before they even get to say who they are. But I think if you haven't got a TV license, you're probably very wise. And, you know, if you haven't been paying for a TV license for years, you're not going to open the door to them anyway, are you? So, like my neighbour says, you always get a couple of wrongins in your comments who just want to try and argue with you and go around in circles with you because they're either lonely or they're just, I don't know, you know what I mean? But then again, that guy, the way he was tormenting the fox with his dog, mate, it's wronging, mate. Proper wronging. What's his name again? I'll call him out because I don't like the way he did that with the foxes, mate. That was out of, yeah, David Gordon. No, not David Gordon. No, Matthew Jenkins 1161. So RSPCA, you want to go over there, don't you, and tell him to stop teasing, antagonising foxes. 1 minute being nice to him, and then the next minute getting the dog to chase him. Do you know what I mean? That's because the dog does. It probably goes for it, and the fox jumps and bounces over the wall. But he didn't have to do that. He could have just encouraged because the dog's walking around friendly around the fox, you know, as best friends do. And he says, oi, and that's it. The dog goes for it. And then the fox has to run off. So those two foxes in the back were scared of you, mate. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, Matthew Jenkins 1161. I've muted you because you're a wrong'un, mate. And anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like I said, please like and subscribe. And guess what? Rinse on!